looking for one that would be a joint accreditation, so it wasn't just for telecare, it was for equipment service. And because it is focusing on that quality, it's looking at your processes, it's looking at your evidence, it's getting you to question why you do things and why you do it this way. That for me has been the main benefit. Coming up with a gap analysis, so we knew that we had areas of development and areas of gaps, but it really made us focus on you know, where them gaps are, and now we can then, it's give us a structure and a framework to move forward, to develop and to move that service development, you know, where we want it to go.
Fantastic. So like a continuous improvement too.
Oh, definitely, yeah. You know, we've already started to look at, I mean, even through the process, what was hard was to contain the managers and the staff, because they were wanting to gallop ahead to do it, and it's like, no, we need to gather all the rest of the evidence for the accreditation, and then we'll come up with a plan and an action plan of where we move forward. So
fantastic.
It's really enthusiastic with the staff, you know, about moving forward, and yeah, we had to rein them in a few times. But it gives you that framework, it gives you that, oh yeah, we can do that, and that was really beneficial to us as a service. And also the KPIs. We've had the KPIs for telecare for a while, but they've all been reviewed. So again, rather than it just looking at it being statistics, you know, if you're not meeting that, it just gives you that where you can look at why you're not meeting that, and look at, you know, is there a gap in the service there, or is there something that you can do differently, you know, so it allows you to question that.
Brilliant. So you've had your experience, you've now got your award, and we're really looking forward to having you on the stage in October, a few weeks time, so you and your team can celebrate. And I know your commissioner's coming along, so it's been a city approach to delivering really good quality care in Leeds. But what advice, there's people sitting in the wings there thinking, should I do this, or when should I do it? What advice would you give, Katie?
I think there's a few things. I mean, again, we sat in the wings for quite a while, and when you look, it looks like it's a lot of work, and it is a lot of work. But you have to, you know, resign yourself, you know, be committed that you're going to do it, and really get people on board. But not just your own staff internally, you need to use your wider connections. So, you know, again, in Leeds we're really lucky, we've got a lot of support from NHS colleagues, we've got a lot of support from our commissioners, but it's about talking to them as well. And then to sort of plan it out and do it in chunks, and, you know, don't get daunted by it, you know. They're there to help you. Paul was absolutely fantastic. He was available on the phone or by email, you know, and gave us a lot of guidance into, you know, well, don't do it too big, because we started out very, very big and we're putting everything in. So it's important to have your first meeting so you can get that support and that advice as to where you need to focus your efforts. And I say it was a real benefit to us as a team to do it. So I think once you start on the process, make sure you plan, make sure you get your meetings scheduled in. We scheduled in, you know, monthly meetings, and then the teams had fortnightly meetings to do the work and bring it back. So it's about that planning and keeping the focus. But it is really beneficial, you know, to your team and your service. And once you've got that accreditation, again, you know, it's that recognition of the work that you're achieving.
Fantastic, thank you, Katie. And like I say, I'm delighted to, you know, get your Crystal Award at conference. And once again, thanks for being the very first at doing that integrated approach.